So guys, remember when I was rambling about the 200th YCS? I'm not sure if you do, but this is going to be kind of a similar video to that. It's going to be just like me rambling about this format. I know everyone's been doing a discussion about this format, but I just thought I'd throw my 2 cents in. I feel like a lot of people are saying that the issue with this format is just Firewall. The thing is, right? Okay, obviously, Firewall is a problem card. I definitely 100% think it should get banned. But at the same time, I don't necessarily think Firewall is the core problem. Think about it this way. When you're doing your traditional Goki combo, what are you going for? You use a Goki and a Warrior, or like normal Armageddonite effects and Malicious. In either case, you're going for Isolde, then you're going to summon something from your deck, and then you're going to link climb into a Summon Sorceress. And then that Summon Sorceress will special one from deck, and that's how everything gets going. That's how you link climb into the Firewall Dragon. And I think one thing a lot of people don't realize is, or at least I'm not sure, I haven't seen every discussion, but I don't necessarily think Firewall is the only problem. Yes, it's a problem. I think that it 100% should be banned, but it's not the only problem. And why I say this is because Isolde and Summon Sorceress, and just any generic card like those two that can summon something from the deck, those are the problem cards. Needle Fiber is the problem card. Isolde is the problem card. Summon Sorceress especially is the problem card. If you were to just have Firewall in the format, think about if Isolde and Summon Sorceress were banned. Let's just think about that for a second. If Isolde was banned and Summon Sorceress was banned, there is no efficient way of doing the Goki combo. The Goki combo is so good because it takes 1 to 2 cards to pull it off. However, the issue is if you can remove those extra deck power and consistency cards like Isolde and Summon Sorceress, then that's where these decks get crippled. I think if we were to ban Isolde or if we were to ban Summon Sorceress, even though you can still, if you were to go ban Summon Sorceress, you still have Isolde, sure, but then like you have to rely on the Gokis more, and then that becomes a whole thing. But I think the core problem right now is, I mean, obviously Firewall enables extra links, but then you look at decks like the Rongomiad, however you pronounce it, the Rongo lock deck, where you summon Rongo, then you summon Bamboozle, you use the Bamboozle, attach it to Rongo, and you're actually screwed. The issue is for links in general, they're just so generically powerful. Like, that deck doesn't need Firewall whatsoever. So even if Konami bans Firewall, there will still be Degenerate plays. And I really 100% believe that Summon Sorceress and potentially Isolde are the cards that need to get banned. I understand Firewall should get banned, and I 100% agree. But the thing is this: Isolde can summon any warrior from deck that can lead you to abusing Armageddonite. And then Summon Sorceress, the issue with that card is you can just summon anything from your deck. You can, if you don't have access to the Malicious yet, you just summon a Malicious and then extra link. It's so retarded and ridiculous. So while I think Firewall personally is definitely a problem, I wouldn't necessarily go as far to say that it's the only problem, and if that gets banned, everything is solved, because that's just not the case. Goki can still do Gumblar stuff as well. That's one thing I forgot to mention just now, but now I'm mentioning it. Gumblar is an issue. If that stays in the format, that's going to be cancer. But my main point is, the issue isn't these Power Link 4s, except Gumblar. I think Gumblar is definitely a problem and needs to get banned. That card's way too easy to use. Like, think about it. Like, that deck's really good. Or that card is really good. The Rongo deck is really absurd. Like, I think that deck's better than Goki, except you have to run like 60 cards because you need to play 5 equips, and you don't want to brick. But now I'm going on a tangent. So long story short, Isolde and Summon Sorcerers are the cards that need to be banned. However, unfortunately, they're getting reprinted. And also, Noble Knights are still getting new support in Savage Strike in the following set. So I really don't see Isolde getting hit. So I think what needs to happen is just like ban Summon Sorceress. That card is degenerate as hell. I think banning Summon Sorceress can lead you to a format that is much healthier, because the combo decks will still exist, but it's not nearly as degenerate with Summon Sorceress. But at the same time, they also need to ban like Gumblar. I think that if you take away anything from this video, the two cards they need to hit are Summon Sorcerers and Gumblar. And I'm not trying to defend Firewall here. I understand it's a problem card, and I 100% agree. That card definitely should get banned. But honestly, and I think eventually there will be more Link monsters that can just easily special summon from the deck and then abuse Firewall. But for right now, I honestly believe that the core issue isn't Firewall. I think Firewall is definitely a problem in this format. However, the only reason why you can even use Firewall is because of Summon Sorceress and Isolde. So, main takeaway, ban Summon Sorceress and ban Gumblar. And just like any degenerate card like that. Like, the difference between Firewall and Gumblar is that Firewall is a card that requires more than just itself to do anything. I mean, there was the Trickstar loop, but like that's not, you still need other cards to do that. Firewall is only as good as the other cards you have on the field to work with it. However, Gumblar, the difference is Firewall requires more than Gumblar to do stuff, while Gumblar, you can just summon it and then summon anything to a zone it points to, or special summon anything to a zone it points to, and then go off. So yeah, no, that's ridiculous, and Gumblar needs to be banned. Summon Sorceress is way too generic. I think that card needs to get banned. It'd be nice if Isolde was banned, because that card's pretty degenerate as well. It can send Phoenix Blade too, which is actually like really good. Like, that's just recurring resources right there. And it's used for discard costs and everything, but yeah, no, so the point is, ban Summon Sorceress, ban Gumblar. I think we'd be in a much healthier format. And that's how you kind of fix the extra link problem right now. I think banning Firewall also is a solution, but then you have to deal with other combo decks like the Rongo lock deck. And that deck would just absolutely take over 100%. It's not impossible to beat these decks. It's just degenerate, and if you can't play the game, then how fun is that? I would say that Yu-Gi-Oh is not fun when you don't get to play, because I mean, it's literally in that statement. You don't get to play the game. If you get to play the game, Yu-Gi-Oh is one of the most fun games. Like for me, it's the most fun game I've ever played if I get to play. There's so much strategy involved, and I think this is just such a great game. But if we don't get to play, then it's like, what's even the point of playing? What's the point of entering tournaments if we literally don't get to play? Now, I'm not saying this is always the case, and I think honestly, obviously this format takes a bit of luck to do well. As in, you need to draw a hand trap, and you can use statistics to your advantage, but you could get really unlucky sometimes and just absolutely lose. So, I think, I think just we need to stop extra link decks, and we need to be able to play. We could play decks to work around these types of decks. Like, I mean, Cyber Dragons is a good example, I guess, but at the same time, for most decks, it's like, okay, we want to play, but we can't play if we go second and don't draw a hand trap. So what do? We're forced into playing hand traps, yada yada. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this discussion. It's going to be around 10 minutes, I know. I can't even monetize my videos yet, but it's all good, don't worry. So I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion. Leave your thoughts down below on if you think Firewall should get banned, or what you think should happen with this format. Every YouTuber's been talking about it recently, so I just thought I'd throw my 2 cents in there. I think this is definitely an issue that needs to be resolved on the next ban list. Like, the next ban list needs to be a big one. And I feel, honestly, the next ban list has to ban at least 2 link monsters. It could be Firewall and Gumblar, but I think it does need to ban at least 2 link monsters, that next ban list. That next ban list is going to be huge, and I'm super excited to see what happens. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. If you want to support me further than just watching my YouTube videos, then go down into the description and support me on Patreon. It obviously helps me a lot. Like this, I mean, obviously, I don't need to I'm not paying bills yet, but like at the same time, it helps me get new equipment for the channel, etc. So that helps me out quite immensely. And if you guys want to talk to me, just go down into the description and join my Discord server. We have a great community on there, and I'd love to have you guys there. So thank you guys for watching, and with that, I'll see you guys soon.